Hello again, everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of the Realtor Advantage at Gulf Coast Johnny here on YouTube. I'm JohnDPetkanas with MAXAllianceGroup, and with me is my managing broker here at MAXAllianceGroup, Steve Zeris. We want to thank you all for joining us, and thank you for the comments from last week. Steve, along those lines, I've gotten a lot of questions about what's my home worth?
Yeah. Well,
And I think that's a logical place to start.
that's a common question these days, especially in this current market. We have a lot of price reductions. We have a lot of folks that want to put their houses on the market, and they're thinking in terms of how things were maybe 12, 18 months ago. Put a sign in your yard and you get a bunch of offers right away. Those days are pretty much gone. Now it's a little bit more the way things were before COVID hit. And the easiest thing for somebody to do when they want to know what their house is worth is not to look online, but to have a relationship with a realtor and have them come over and look at the property and do what we call a CMA, which stands for current market analysis. And that's kind of a step before an appraisal. We're not appraisers, but we can have access to information on the multiple listing service, and we can determine what a house is worth.
And those are the comps that everyone refers to.
Yeah, we have 3 categories we focus on. You have the active, which in somebody's neighborhood, they may have several properties that are currently available, especially when we talk about the condo that you and I did recently with an open house. There were 12 units in that complex for sale. So it's kind of easy to see what's moving, what's not, what the value is. And then we have pending, how many of those properties are currently under contract. And then what the appraisers focus on is the sold. How many sold in the last 90 days, 6 months, maybe a little bit longer. That is something that an appraiser is going to focus most of their attention on. And of course, we have access to all of that information.
I think the 2 things that we address with clients that have their properties up for sale are, number one, everyone thinks their kid's the smartest in class, so we have to approach that in terms of assessing objectively what the value of the property is. And not only that, but, well, how come that one down the street sold for so-and-so? And that's where you do need a professional touch, because you want to compare apples to apples in terms of the amenities. Was there a recent upgrade somewhere? Why did that move at that price, whereas others haven't moved within close proximity to one another?
Yes. And of course, keep in mind that the owner of the house most likely has a very good idea of what the house is worth, or a condo or a townhouse, whatever that property is. Our job is to either confirm or show them why it has changed and give them current market data. And of course, they may bring up a property that sold almost 2 years ago for quite a bit more money. That was a completely different market. Our market is constantly changing.
Well, the only constant in life is change, isn't it?
Yes.
But I think the one other thing that we should touch on before letting people go is also people are worried about, of course, you want top dollar and you want best value for your dollar on the buy side. But if a property isn't selling where they thought it would or where it did a few months ago, whatever property they're looking to buy is undergoing a similar set of circumstances.
That is true. So it's all relative. So if your house is selling for less than what you thought, the property that you're going to purchase is going to be selling for less than what it would have. So it all works out, and then your tax basis is lower. So keep in mind that your goal is still your goal. It's just, what are the dollars that you're spending and making to reach that goal.
So really, unless you're looking just to cash out and go, you're really not losing anything in that situation. And if you are looking to cash out, then you'll have to wait for the right time to pull the trigger.
Well, yes. And one of the things that I like to do, I like to give a range. And in that range, if you go to the high end of that range, you may take a little bit longer to sell your property, which is okay. If you go on the low end of the range, it may move faster. And the reason I say that is because if there's a comparable property that's right down the street, and if it's priced higher or lower, it is going to affect the days on the market for your property, whether it be to your benefit or not.
Well, time truly is money, but that just makes it that much more important that people like you and I, when we do bring our expertise in the price point, everybody wants to go top, but then you can't go so high that you're constantly ratcheting down your asking price, because now people think they have you on the run.
Yes.
And people start wondering, hey, what's wrong with this property with all these price corrections over such a short period of time?
Yes.
The key is to start off pretty much within the ballpark,
yes,
and then kind of zoom in on it as far as
yes,
the fine detail.
And there's other things that we will talk about in other episodes, such as how do you prepare your house? to put it on the market.
Of course.
And there's a lot of important things you need to do. And it's a conversation that we have over and over and over with as many people as possible, because there's certain things you basically are must do's. You have to do it.
It's a lot like you want to make sure you look your best for your first date.
Exactly. So, and let us know what other topics you want to hear us talk about, because we would love to address those issues.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Steve. Folks, keep those comments coming. We look forward to seeing you again on the next episode. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe and comment. And if there's anything you want particularly covered, make sure to put those in the comments section below. If you have any need for us or our services or any questions you want to speak with us directly, make sure to check out the contacts below. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.